It's definitely one that I will remember, and I think I'll remember it because I'm so proud of our guys' fight, but golly, I wanted them to get that win. And so I think that's what I'll take away from it. I mean, to come in and, play that team, that's a damn good football team we just played, and, our guys just battled for 70 minutes and the ebbs and flows. And so I told them how proud I was of them. It's a tie, and I really don't know what to say about that. But, yeah, I'll remember it for a while.
Calvin Watkins, Dallas Morning News. Is this kind of unfulfilling because, if you would have lost, you would have been tied for last in the division. And, when you think about, you say championship weeks, you need wins. And this is a little unfulfilling for you right now?
Look, we got to learn how to win. This is year one of our program. But when you have the fight, Calvin, that these guys do, when they're willing to battle and just fight for 70 minutes plus, two weeks really in a row at home, we're building something special here. And no one in that locker room is happy. No one in that locker room is fulfilled. We didn't win. And there's definitely things to clean up, but I would be remiss if I said I'd be remiss if I didn't say how proud I was of them in their fight. And I wanted that for them. But, man, NFL football is hard.
The last thought from Love, what's the teaching point for Sanborn? You got to look where the ball is, or because it hits him, I think, on the backside.
Yeah, he's the carry player trying to run down the middle of the field. It's tough. They're trying to get speed on there. And, man, I wish it would have bounced around for another half a second or so. But it's hard because you have to match speed with a guy that's faster than you, and it's hard to play defense with your back turned. But again, I think this is going to be a lot of really good things for us to take, and there's going to be a ton of corrections on both sides and special teams. I think the discipline and the penalties bounce back. We have to be better with that. That starts with me as the head coach. Goes on next to the coaches and the players. And you just can't shoot yourself in the foot. But I say it every week, man, the process stays the same. And it's almost midnight right now, right? So I've only got a few more minutes before I have to move on to the Jets.
Brian, you had a lot of young guys step up for you that some hadn't even played much to get you to this point, scoring 40 points and almost winning the game.
Yeah, I think the depth of this football team is something we're really proud of, Mick. I think it's next man up mentality is real. Everybody uses that as a saying, but I mean, shoot, you go into this game and you're down, Beebe and Booker and guys like TJ Bass go in there and battle, and then CD's down, and next thing you know, Ryan Flournoy and Jalen Tolbert and guys like that are making plays, and Shamar James is finally playing some football, man. And yeah, I mean, that gets you excited, and these guys need to play. Nate Thomas, I mean, then we lose Guyton late, going into overtime. And it's like, okay, next man up. And you go in there and against a really, really good defense and an excellent defensive line. I mean, these guys, I thought, just competed their asses off. And that's the sour thing for me because I wanted to win for them.
We talked about the secondary issues going into this game. How do you think they played overall?
I need to look at it. I mean, I really do. I think, plagued by some of the same things. We got to, limit people to field goals in the red zone. Got to get off the field on third down. We did some good things. Finally won the turnover battle. James Houston, incredible rush, right? That was huge. And the sudden change thing. So, we talk complimentary football. I think that was a big part of it. And, I mean, the blocked field goal or the extra point was huge. I mean, that's where the momentum swung. I mean, you guys felt it. Because we were kind of struggling a little bit on offense, trying to find our way, and then that was a huge play. And was it Wanye that got it? Did Wanye get it? Yeah. And that kind of jump-started us, man. And next thing you know, you go from a defensive battle to a shootout. And we can win any game, any way, any style that we have to, but we just got to find a way to win. And that's what we're going to be teaching these guys. Show them where we can be better. Show them, hey, man, if we do this, this, and this, we do win that game. If we cut back on a couple of the penalties, or if we tackle a little bit better, or if we don't give up the third down conversions and things like that, then we will find a way to win. And I do believe this. I think once it all comes together, I think we're gonna win in bunches, and they're gonna come in multiple weeks.
Process on not starting Diggs tonight.
Yeah, again, we're talented. He's been banged up a little bit. I've been a little tough on Trayvon, just in terms of the consistency and things like that. But man, I thought he played really well tonight. I'm proud of him. Again, it's similar type thing with other guys. I mean, this wasn't it wasn't just us picking on Trayvon. Trayvon's a hell of a player. Trayvon's a huge part of what we're trying to do. And I think at the end of the day, we talked about the guys that stepped up in this game. And again, I can't tell you how proud I am of those guys for answering the call the way that they did. And when you do that, guys, you're going to find a way to win, and that's coming.
I'm sorry. No, can't tag. No.
You're taking over.
Sorry.
Brian, your thoughts on Clowney's play when he was in? He made some big plays.
Yeah, again, I talked to JD after the game, and he was hard on himself. He said, I'm knocking the rust off, Shotty. I'll be better. If that's knocking the rust off, man, that's I'll take 2 of those. But he's fitting in great. He really is. And like I've talked about, I love veterans with experience that are willing to talk and teach the young guys, because we need that.
Coach Chris Haynes from Fox 4. Is there a common denominator with the penalties
No.
that you can see?
Yeah, Chris, I'd have to look at them. I think too many pre-snaps. They called a lot of penalties. I mean, it was that type of game. But the ones that, again, like the face mask on Sam, I mean, that was a great rush by Sam. I mean, that was a great rush, and Jordan goes to escape, and he's trying to make a play. But the pre-snap ones are the ones that we have to look at. And I think, we were off on the cadence a couple times, and those are the ones that you got to nip in the bud.
Are you a patient man?
Depends on the day.
Clarence Hill, DLLS Cowboys. A couple of questions. Trying to catch up here.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'll wait. I'll just stay here and wait all night. That's fine.
4th down call. Just talk about the decision, going for it there.
The one we converted?
Yes.
Yeah.
When you converted, let you score that.
Yeah. What was it? I think it was a 4-point lead. They had a 4-point lead. So, you go for it there, because if you don't make it, and you can hold them to a field goal, you're still down 7. I really like the play call. I like the way Dak was playing. I mean, if there's a better quarterback playing right now than Dak Prescott in the league, I'd love to see him. But, just a lot of confidence in our offense. And, it's great when, you have the trust in those guys, and then they reward you with some of those decisions. But we knew if we could get to really, I think we were talking about, 4 or less or 3 or less at that situation, Clarence, we were going to go for it.
What did you do to neutralize Micah? I know you guys were getting the ball out quick, but it seemed like you neutralized him for most of the game.
Yeah, I'm not gonna share with you our Micah plan. What a great player. I hate I didn't see him. Micah, if you're listening, I know you probably are. Love you, brother. What a great player, man. But yeah, I'm not gonna. We've got other Micahs, and I hope to see Micah again. I hope we see him down the line here again in January.
And one more. Pickens, you talked about the game he had and how he stepped up and played CD.
Yeah, he had that type of week of practice. I told you guys last week, I think I shared with you guys, I think GP was a little bit, when CD went out last week, I think it kind of like, whoa, where's my guy? Where's my buddy? The Mario brothers, right? And, man, he just had a great week of practice. And they didn't have an answer for him. And it's rare for that defense, because that defense, Jeff Hafley does a great job. LaFleur does a great job. It's a well-coached team. But, when he's one-on-one or even two-on-one, he's got the ability to catch the football and make plays in space. And I'm proud of him. I really am proud of him. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, but he got me a water today, so we're okay. We'll look over it. We'll look past that one. Yeah, there's 2? Yeah, there's 2. Yeah. Yeah.
Tommy Arsh, DallasCowboys.com. Cavante Turpin, Jalen Tolbert with some of the bigger catches down the stretch. Just what did you see from them today? And Turp had the 45-yard return too. Just seemed like in every big moment somebody was there for you.
That's what we want. You know, that's what we're trying to build. I mean, that's why you have training camp and practices, and you do routes on air every day. And every day you throw certain routes, and Dak throws to everybody, and they have to make those plays. And but we talked about it a little bit earlier, Tommy, just the number of guys that stepped up. I mean, and it just shows you Dak's just reading progressions. You know, it's not trying to force a ball to CD or George. He's just going through his progressions. And I thought both Flo and JT had huge plays for us, and Fergie did Fergie things. And, you know, when your young guys are making plays, that's very exciting. And we had a lot of young guys play very meaningful snaps, and that's how you develop them, and they get confidence. Nate Thomas, he'll come out of this game. We'll see. I don't know how many plays he had, but he'll come out of there with a lot of confidence. Marist on defense. I mean, wow, that hit on special teams. It was Marist, right? I think it was Marist. I mean, I heard that one. But the fight in this team is special, and we're not satisfied at all because we didn't win, and winning is the only thing that matters to us. But I'll go to war with those guys any day of the week.
Last one, Sydney.
Coach Sydney Staples, D210 Sports. Maybe you could say it's obvious what gives an offense momentum, like scoring touchdowns, but what about a defense? What gives that side of the ball energy in times where things might be slow to start off?
Yeah, that's a good question. I think, you know, there's a lot of things. There's big hits, there's sacks, there's turnovers, you know, there's 3 and outs. All those things, you know, you feed off of that. And, you know, I felt that at times. I really did. I felt that at times. I thought the James Houston play was a huge, huge thing in this game. And, you know, but they feed off one another. That's the other thing, you know. Like I thought there was a couple of plays that, you know, Kenny Clark made that the guys were excited. I saw one play where Osa made a great play. And the other thing you got to love about this team, I mean, look at K9. I mean, K9 goes down, and next thing you know, he's back. So tell me that guy doesn't have grit. Tell me that guy's not wired the right way. You know, that here he is limping around, and he's like, nope, I'm going back out there for my teammates. And again, I'll go to battle with him any day.
All righty, thank
All right, thanks, guys.